Hello and welcome to this wintering guided breathing practice. In this practice, we will turn inward towards our breath and our body to notice our natural rhythm of breathing and how this life-giving gift fills us up and moves within our body. We will also learn how to breathe in a style that is more regulated by us, which allows us to slow down our mind and body in order to shift into a more restful state of being. While breathing might seem simple, because it happens automatically for many of us without having to think in order to breathe, the breath is actually interwoven with other functions like our nervous system, which is the system within our body that activates both our stress response and our cue to relax. When we use the breath with awareness, we can encourage our body to slow down. It's actually a way of sending a message from the body to the brain that we are safe to be still and to rest. So with that being said, let's begin our practice and start to turn inward so we can explore our breath. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You can be either on a chair, on your couch, your bed, even on the floor. Just be sure that you feel comfortable and in a place that you can settle in, be present, and aware as we get started. See if you can get a little bit taller, lengthening your back, rooting into your seat with your bottom, and allowing your feet to feel grounded on the surface beneath them, or whatever is touching the surface to feel grounded. So start to settle in, get comfortable. See if you can make yourself even a little bit more comfortable, like 10 to 15% more comfortable. And while you're settling in, see if you can also observe the room around you. Noticing with your eyes open, orienting yourself to this space where you are in this room, and slowly starting to settle in just a little bit more. Now gently start to close your eyes. If you'd like to keep them open, you can keep a soft gaze in front of you. From here, start to reorient yourself to this space, but with your eyes closed or focused on a fixed point in front of you. You might notice the temperature of the room, maybe sounds, maybe the texture of the surface that you're sitting on. Maybe you can feel the ground beneath your feet, where your hands are resting. Slowly orienting, turning just a little bit more inward. And now, gently bring your awareness to your breath. We can start with the lungs and your chest. Just noticing this part of your body. Noticing what happens as you inhale through your nose and exhale either out of your nose or out of your mouth. Whatever feels comfortable to you right now. We're just checking in with your natural state of breathing, allowing yourself to tune inward, maybe for the first time. Notice, observe what's happening in your body. What parts of you are filling up and expanding as you inhale? And as you exhale, what's softening, releasing? Take a few moments here to really observe, to explore the breath inside of your body, how it feels. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Acknowledge that you're a thinking being, and then slowly start to bring yourself back to your breath. Maybe you notice other sensations coming up in your body. If anything does come up, we meet it with non-judgment. We just let it be as a message, information, data, and we come back to the breath. We're simply noticing, being with our body, being with our breath. Now we'll begin to shift our focus to the practice of learning how to breathe. If you need to move just a little bit, make a few adjustments to your positioning so that you're a little bit more comfortable, feel free to do so now. And then when you're ready, come back to your breath, noticing your breath, but this time solely inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the nose. Just to set up the foundation. Then take one of your hands, either right or left, and place it on your diaphragm, which is the space between your lower rib cage and your belly button. The diaphragm is a part of our breathing system and helps move air throughout the body. Notice what happens to the diaphragm as you inhale and as you exhale. If you'd like, you can also place a hand on your chest and notice what happens with your chest as well as you inhale and exhale. Notice how the two work in tandem, are in sync. Inhaling, filling up. Exhale, releasing, emptying. Okay. I'd like you to take a nice big inhale through the nose, filling the body. Exhaling everything out, empty, empty, empty through the nose. Doing that one more time. And then after you exhale, on your next inhale, I invite you to inhale just into the diaphragm first, allowing it to fill up like a balloon, and let the air travel up to the lungs, expanding the rib cage. And as you exhale, allowing the opposite action to happen, so allowing the chest to come back in, the lungs to empty, then the diaphragm to empty. It's almost like you're doing a little worm inside of your body, like a body wave. As you inhale through the nose, you fill the diaphragm and allow the air to move up into the lungs, into the chest. And then as you exhale, you release the air from the chest into the diaphragm. Doing that again, breathing in through the nose, into the diaphragm, into the chest, and exhaling out emptying from the lungs down to your diaphragm. Practice this on your own a few more times. Really finding your own rhythm with this more controlled style of breathing. The beauty in this style of breathing is that it actually is continuing to send that signal to the body that you're in a relaxed state. When we solely breathe through our chest, especially when we're breathing quickly, as if we're running, this may send a signal to the brain that we are unsafe or we need to get out of here. But when we move into the diaphragm, like with this style of breathing, we're actually communicating to our body and our mind saying, okay, we can take it easy. We're not running from anything. We can be still. We can be here. Breathing in through the nose and filling the diaphragm, letting the air travel up through the lungs and the chest, and exhaling everything empty from the chest down to the diaphragm. After your last exhale, start to slowly bring your breath back to its original natural state where we started. It might feel a little different now, but we're not controlling the breath anymore. We're just allowing the breath to be in its natural rhythm. And observe. What's happening now? Is anything different? Does it feel the same? Are you noticing anything else about other parts of your body that you maybe noticed prior or that you didn't notice prior? How about your mind? Bringing yourself back to your breath and your body here in this moment. Now you can slowly start to bring your awareness, allow it to drift back to the room around you, eyes still closed, orienting yourself back to you sitting on your surface. Maybe you start to move your fingers or your toes. Maybe you start to shift in your seat a little bit. Maybe the temperature of the room is noticeable again. Other sounds outside of you. And then when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, you can slowly start to flutter them open, taking a gentle look around the room, reorienting yourself back to the space. Back to here, where we started. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you might be able to take something away from this and use it in your everyday life to help you slow down and tune in, especially when we're wintering.